Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at some larger everyday carry bags. The bags on this list come in at about 30 liters, which is a little bit bigger than what I would typically carry for my day-to-day. But I thought that it would be cool to share these, as I think these are some really comfortable, well-built bags that have nice feature sets, and sometimes that extra space can offer a nice amount of flexibility if you need to carry a little bit more with you on your day-to-day, if you're going to the gym, to a sporting event or something like that. And then also these can be really solid minimal travel bags. So really excited to share these with you. Before jumping in, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing, as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. First on the list is the Able Carry Max, which is a bag that I've talked about a lot over the past couple of years. I really love the materials and the aesthetic of this bag. It has a pretty modern look that's still a little bit technical or tactical. It's got some webbing. The X-Pack fabric that it has gives it a little bit of texture, so it's not completely minimal, but it's still kind of a futuristic and techy looking bag, which I like. At 30 liters, it's always confused me a little bit, as it's kind of tall. It's a little bit big for a day-to-day bag unless I'm carrying a lot of stuff. I've used it more for minimal travel, particularly for longer weekend trips. It's a very convenient size. It has a great laptop compartment. It is able to open up clamshell style, which is always, really important, particularly in travel bags. Well, separate laptop area. Really interesting implementation on the water bottle compartment. It has a lot of space, but you can actually zip this up, so it's kind of its own compartment. Able Carry's harness systems are some of my favorite. They have some really robust padding on the shoulder straps, breathable back panel. They've got a luggage pass-through, some excellent handles. So it's a really solid bag that just checks off all the boxes. And if you need something that's highly weather resistant, that's a little bit bigger, but not so overwhelmingly so that you can't use it for EDC, it's gonna be a really solid option to take a look at. The Osprey Proxima is one of the newer bags on this list. I've always been a fan of Osprey's quality and their harness systems. I was excited to see them release this newer line that was a little more focused on students and kind of the campus life. The Proxima at 30 liters is going to provide plenty of space for holding books and folders, binders. It's got a well-padded separate laptop compartment that's suspended off the bottom of the ground. It's also pretty big, so it's going to be able to comfortably hold a 16 or even 17-inch laptop. It's got a pretty breathable harness system. It's not as robust as some of Osprey's other harnesses. The padding on this isn't quite as thick, but it's still comfortable to wear. The back panel in particular offers a nice amount of breathability. Good organizational options on this bag. I also like the unique color combinations that it comes in. This is kind of a blue and orange. And you also have some compression straps on the front that are going to be able to hold items that don't fit on the inside. Nice external water bottle compartments with a ton of space. So just a really versatile bag. It checks off all the boxes. It's also one of the lighter options on this list, which might be important, particularly as the bag is a little bit bigger. If you want to carry it onto a flight, or you just want to save on some of the weight on your back, then this is going to be a really great option to consider. The A19 Spare Camel 2.0, which is a collaboration with BO Gear, is a very rugged and comfortable bag. A19 has some of the best harness systems in the game, really well padded, highly breathable. You got the spacer mesh on here, a ton of adjustability as far as the load lifters, the straps. You can attach a waist belt to this, so carrying comfort is a high priority and a big plus on this bag. It has a nice organizational layout, some quick access pockets. You also have PALS webbing along the front, so you can customize it with a variety of accessories. This has a clamshell style opening, and it's able to hold a ton of stuff in this main compartment. You have some internal organization, zipper compartments, some D-rings so that you can customize it with some of the pouches that A19 sells. It also has a really nice, well padded and suspended laptop compartment. It does open fully flat. You got a lot of compression straps on this bag, so you can attach things, you can compress it down to make it feel a little bit smaller. But the compartment does open up flat, so you have full visibility into all of your tech stuff. Nice bright lining on the inside, and again, really spacious padded laptop compartment. This is a bit of a heavier bag, and it also is one of the pricier options on the list, but if you're looking for something that's a little bit more kind of adventure focused, that's going to work great in the outdoors, can still really be a great travel and larger EDC bag, you have a little bit of a higher budget, then this is going to be a great option to take a look at. The Topo Designs travel bag is offered in two different sizes. There is this 30-liter size that I have here and a larger 40-liter size that could be a little bit better as a carry-on and longer-term travel bag. At 30 liters, this can still work for minimal travel. It has a large main clamshell style opening that's going to work very well with a packing cube setup, some internal organization here, another clamshell opening compartment. So lots of versatility in space, but it's still a size, particularly given how slim the bag is, that you can use to just kind of walk around on your day-to-day. You have some webbing along the front where you can attach additional accessories, handles, you can put the straps away if you want to carry this as a briefcase. It also includes a shoulder strap, so you have some versatility there in how you can carry it. Luggage pass-through. There is a laptop compartment. It's not quite as well padded as some of the other ones on this list, but still nice to have a dedicated area where you can place that, particularly if you are using this as a daily bag. And Topo Designs just has such a unique aesthetic. You know, it has that kind of heritage, outdoorsy vibe, which is, you know, stands out in sort of the modern minimalistic backpack space, which I really love. I love that aesthetic, but it's nice to have something like this that has some pops of color. And if you're looking for something a little bit different or that's going to be more outdoor and heritage focused in this size range, then this can be a great option to check out. The North Face Surge is maybe one of the more mainstream options on this list, and it's popular with good reason. It's a really solid bag, very comfortable. At 30 liters, it can hold a ton of stuff. This is a top-loading bag, so we've had a lot of clamshell style bags on this list and on the channel. It's nice to have that variety, so you can just kind of dump stuff into this main compartment. And then you also have a ton of organizational pockets all throughout. Soft fleece-lined pockets, padded pockets, quick access pockets along the front, lots of different options for your tech, for your EDC accessories, for travel. The Surge has one of the better laptop compartments that I've seen as of late, so it's well padded, it's suspended, and it's gonna be able to hold a larger laptop. Really solid frame sheet. I am a big fan of the North Face harness systems in general. I know there's been some differences of opinion on how the new styles work. For me, I've been enjoying the style on here. I think it works well. The straps maybe aren't as padded as they were in prior versions of their bags, but I think that it's worked out well for me. The back panel in particular just offers such a nice amount of padding and elevation, so you have plenty of airflow while you're walking around. So I think it's felt great, particularly in this size range where, at 30 liters, it can hold a lot, but it's not gonna get that heavy in my opinion. You also have a waist belt that's included to help stabilize the pack. If that's helpful, you have larger external water bottle compartments, so it really just checks off a lot of the boxes for what people are looking for out of a solid EDC bag. And if you're particularly interested in a North Face bag and you're kind of struggling to decide which one might be best for you, if you need a little bit more space and some additional organizational options, then I definitely recommend you go with the Surge. The Synik 30 has a legendary organizational layout and is a very popular one bag travel option. At 30 liters, it's in that size range where it can still be used for EDC, particularly if you have a little bit of a larger frame or if you need some extra capacity. It can hold an impressive amount of stuff for a 30-liter bag. It really just, it always fascinates me how I can just keep putting things into the bag and there seems to be a little bit of space left over. And the pocketing on this is one of my favorites. There's just so many different options and they're very liter independent, so you can put stuff in each area of the bag very comfortably and easily organize your stuff, and you don't really have to make too many trade-offs. Really love this bottom compartment in particular, just so much space. Tom Bihn's bags also have their ecosystem of O-rings, so you can customize it with a variety of pouches. I have their handy little thing pouches, their ghost wool pouches. I love clipping them on, being able to grab what I need and not worrying about losing stuff. The harness system on this is pretty comfortable as well. I know a lot of people really love Tom Bihn's edgeless shoulder straps. I like them a lot. They've been pretty comfortable. They're not my favorite of all the travel bags that I've used, particularly as they don't have any mesh, so they're not as breathable as I would typically like, but I haven't had any issues with these on any of their bags. Been very comfortable. Sternum straps included. You have a removable waist belt. You also have pretty breathable back panel. There's not as much elevation as I would always like, but you do have some of that mesh that I was talking about, so comfortable overall. One area where these bags don't hold up quite as well as some of the others on the list is the laptop protection. You do have a dedicated laptop sleeve. It's just not quite as well padded as I would typically like to see, but good that you still have a dedicated area to place it. Bihn also sells a variety of caches to give you a little bit more padding. And yeah, this bag is just really solid in that 30-liter range, clamshell style opening. They still sell the Synapse 25, which is a top loader. It doesn't open up fully flat, but very, very similar to this. This one's just a little bit deeper. And if you're looking for something that's gonna give you pretty much endless configuration options, that's gonna give you a ton of built-in organization, and that's gonna offer an awesome build quality, then this is gonna be a great option to check out. The Pakt travel backpack was designed in collaboration with Chase Reeves. If you watch this channel, chances are you're very familiar with Chase. He does some great backpack reviews, and so really awesome to see somebody with that experience sort of lend their perspective to a bag's design. This has been really interesting to use, particularly in the fact that it has a more suitcase style layout. That's something that Pakt is pretty well known for, so it opens up not so much clamshell, but more kind of flat, which may work very well with certain organizational styles. It's definitely been a learning experience for me to kind of adapt my style to this bag, but when I've actually enjoyed using this a lot. It also has some really nice external organization, well padded and suspended laptop sleeve. It's placed in the middle of the bag, which I've always been a bit torn on, but it can work well, and you have a super comfortable and robust harness system. I mean, there's a ton of support in this. You could wear this all day. You're not gonna feel any fatigue or anything like that. Luggage pass through. One of the coolest things about this bag is that it also has a waist belt that can double as a sling bag. So you can add that if you want a little bit more support when you're wearing the bag, or you can remove it if you want a sling bag. I've always been surprised this comes in at 30 liters. It feels maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know if it's the width. But you know, it can hold around the same amount as the other bags on this list. Really versatile size, particularly if you're looking for a smaller one bag travel option. And if you want something that's gonna give you the added versatility of the sling bag and just a really nice organizational layout, this can be a great one to consider. The Patagonia Mini MLC has been one of the bags that has surprised me the most over the past couple of years. In my end of year video for 2022, I listed this as one of my favorite bags of the year, and it continues to be just that. I have absolutely loved using this as both an EDC bag and a minimal travel bag. When I released the video for that, I said that this was 26 liters. Patagonia has since changed the listing on their site to be 30 liters. I'll throw up the measurements on the screen. It did feel a little bit bigger than 26 liters with just how much I could load it out with, but it's a really just versatile size. It's never felt as overwhelmingly big as some of the other bags on the list, and that might be due to its more flexible sort of silhouette. It's made out of some durable materials, YKK zippers. You have a comfortable harness system. It's not as robust as some others, but it does the job, particularly for this size. It has plenty of breathability, a luggage pouch so that you can rest this on a suitcase, a removable waist belt that can also work as a shoulder strap. If you want to use this as a shoulder bag, you can hide the straps away. So really versatile bag, great organizational layout. You have a top quick access compartment that offers a ton of space, a laptop compartment that's suspended and well padded. You have a separate tablet sleeve. This opens up fully flat. Nice organizations for your tech and EDC essentials, and then a clamshell style opening that can hold a ton of stuff. Works great with a packing cube setup, some additional pocketing in here. So just a really versatile bag. I've enjoyed using it a ton, even with the really large Patagonia logo on the front. I wish that had been a little bit more subtle, but if you're a fan of Patagonia, or you're just looking for something very versatile that can work for minimal travel, for your EDC that's not gonna be super heavy, and that just checks off almost all the boxes for what I would be looking for out of a backpack, I definitely recommend you check this one out. Another bag that's a little bit more recent is the Mystery Ranch Blitz backpack, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite tactical everyday carry bags. It has the same solid build quality that we've come to expect from Mystery Ranch and a very comfortable harness system. This has an adjustable Futura yoke, which I'd heard so much about. This was the first bag that I had a chance to actually test this out with, and I can definitely see why it's so popular, as it is very comfortable to wear even when the bag is loaded out for a longer period of time. Lots of breathability here. The bag offers plenty of space. It actually has a clamshell style opening, which is a little bit different than many of Mystery Ranch's, tri-zip style bags. So nice to see that here. Really great external organizational options. You have lots of pocketing on the front. You have a top quick access pocket. So really nice variety all throughout the bag. Well padded and suspended laptop compartment that you can access from the side. This definitely reminded me a lot of the 2-Day Assault Pack, which is another really great Mystery Ranch kind of classic. This has a similar sort of vibe, but again, with that clamshell style opening and just a little bit more space. At that 30-liter range, I think Mystery Ranch lists it at 29 to 30 liters, so that's why I included it in this list, but really just versatile. You can attach things via the MOLLE webbing, you have compression straps, a lot of flexibility with this bag, and a build quality that makes you feel like it's gonna be with you for a long time to come. So if you need something durable, rugged, if you like a tactical aesthetic, or you're just a fan of Mystery Ranch's bags, then this is one of the best options that they have released as of late. And so that's it. Those are some of the larger everyday carry bags that I've enjoyed using over the past couple of years. Hopefully this video was helpful, and if you have any questions on the bags that I featured in this video or suggestions for similar options that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And if you want to see similar sort of roundup videos that I've done, I'll make sure to include links in the description below to some of my favorite travel packs, favorite everyday carry bags, minimal travel bags. I've done a few different styles, so make sure to check those out. And if you have ideas for other sort of roundup videos that you would like to see, definitely let me know about those as well. And I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.